Hello. I'm sitting here in my family room at my home, and I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to talk to you today about something that really made an impact on me and something you'd never guess. How donuts, certain brands especially, but in general, how donuts changed my life. When I was trying to determine what type of business or what type of future I was going to have, I was in a job that just wasn't working. I'm sure this is the same story that all of you have experienced. It just, day after day, the grind, and I'm like, you know what? I work too hard, I put in too much time. If I'm going to do this effort, why not do it for me? And so I decided, well, what the heck am I gonna do? You know, I'm getting older. Sometimes I'm getting wiser. We'll see how this turns out. But in general, I decided, you know, I was an insurance agent in the past. I kind of understand how to run my own business. And like I mentioned in previous videos, I have a lot of restaurant experience, so you all know that. But one thing that always got me, and I think it's because of my background, my Italian background, is just cooking and how much I enjoy cooking and really what that is, what that represents to me growing up. You know, I was lucky enough to have a grandmother and grandfather that lived, and we called it Apartment B, in the garage that was transformed into a wonderful apartment. And basically that was my junior high school years. And I was so fortunate to spend quality time with my grandmother and grandfather who loved different things. But my grandmother, just like you would think, traditional Italian family, loved to cook, and I also loved to eat, so it was a great combination. But seriously, cooking is love. Cooking makes me feel good, and so I always had a fantasy that I would open a bakery. You know, not realizing we all know how hard work that is, how much hard work that is, and how early hours, etc. But that was always in the back of my mind. So I decided last year, when I was trying to figure out what I was going to do, was I going to stick with my job? What was my future going to be like? I decided that I'm just going to check out a few things, you know, a few ideas, and let me check out a few bakeries or whatnot. And there's a really popular donut shop that shall remain nameless. But I actually went to the one closest to me, and I inquired about opening a franchise and what it's like. And they recommended that I go online and you know, fill out the contact information that basically says interested in becoming a franchise. You know, put your name and email address and phone number, I think. So I did that, and it wasn't about a couple weeks later. I was totally surprised when the love of baking, the love of being with my grandmother and family, food, would lead me to being introduced to a franchise consultant. I didn't even know they existed. And so this one sounded reputable. I have to admit, you know, you're always concerned who's going to call you. But once they mentioned that, you know, based on information you filled out online, you know, I'm reaching out to you. If you're still interested, we can help. So I've got to tell you, that was the best decision. Thinking about donuts, thinking about baked goods, taking that one act of filling out an online form really changed my life. And it's changing my life every day, as you know, because of that move and because of getting connected with a franchise consultant. I am currently on the path I am now, which is so very exciting. Basically, they do personal assessments, they do questionnaires, they meet with you week by week, and the best thing is it's free. Because you know what? I don't have to pay them. They do get, you know, rewarded for their hard effort of connecting me with a franchise concept that fits my needs. But they get it when I decide to sign, you know, and pay the franchise fee, etc., with the franchise concept. So it's a win-win. And that led to this consultant telling me, Chris, this is the top 11 that we think you should do. They did all the research. He provided the profits, the sales, locations. I told them my strengths were restaurants, and that I really want to have a balanced work-life balance, which I never thought I could find being in the restaurant, but I did. And so they whittled that down. They asked me from the 11, decide the top 2. And then when you decide the top 2, they connect you with those franchise owners, and they talk to you. And you can ask questions. They provide you more information about the fees, startup costs, estimates, etc. So that got me to where I am today, which is in the middle of moving down the path and the journey of opening my own franchise restaurant. So I just wanted to share that with you. Everything you do could make a surprising impact that you never expected. So enjoy your donuts, enjoy your pizza, enjoy your coffee, enjoy whatever you want to enjoy. But realize, as long as you're enjoying it, you're going to find something else that's going to make your life that much better and change it. Like donuts changed mine. So thank you very much, and I wish you the best, and I look forward to talking with you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.